Hello, everybody. Welcome to our channel, The Logical Workplace. So, today I want to talk with you about some of the common red flags of a toxic work environment, especially things that you can see prior to accepting a job. So, we're going to start with the overall job description. If you ever read the job description or any job description, and you can't quite get a clear idea of what they are requiring you to do on that job, that is a potential red flag. And for me, I'm not saying don't apply for a position like that, but what I am saying is that's something to keep in mind because I'm old enough and experienced enough to know that that is a tactic that employers use to hide different things about that job that they don't want you to know about until you sign on the dotted line. I have seen this in government jobs, in private sector jobs, and just jobs in general. A job application that is extremely vague in general, that's that's a cover up because what's going to happen? I can remember interviewing for a position, not really knowing exactly what I would be doing. It was like you say, Google, give me a vague description of what a mechanic does, or give me a vague description of what an environmental specialist does, and that's not specific. I mean, it's just like you going into an encyclopedia and getting the most vague description you can get. Total red flag. Um, when you accept one of those positions, or even before you accept it, when you go into that interview and they give a description of what the job duties are that does not add up to what they said in the job description, that is a curveball. That is, hey, we knew you probably wouldn't even apply if we told you that you probably are going to have to mop and clean up the bathroom, even though you have a master's degree. These kind of things I have experienced these things myself. So uh, I could go on and on about that one, but I'll wrap it up. So for my next red flag, I'm going to semi piggyback off of the first one. And when it comes down to the vague job description, you take that job and you might not really know, or they might tell you that the job itself is one thing. Then you get there, or maybe you get there the first month, and that job is lining up to be everything they told you that it would be. But then all of a sudden, they're going to come into your office or call you into their office and say, hey, we've been kind of working you in so far and didn't want to overwhelm you. But now, we got to get down to brass tacks and advance you to the next level and, have you really do your job completely. We've been taking it easy on you. So now that you have moved your family, you have, uh, imagine you might have bills and car notes and mortgages and a whole lot of expenses, and you can't just up and quit a job like like you would probably want to in this situation. So now they bring in the thing that they've been hiding the most, the bait and switch tactic. They are going to have you, oh man, I already think of my next red flag. But they are going to give you maybe this beautiful job title, but ugly job duties. At first, everything was wonderful. You were looking at the job with rose colored glasses. But now they have pulled something out of that broom closet that you didn't see coming. They have, you were hired for one position. Oh man, you will never have to do any physical labor. Your position is strictly administrative. You just have to make sure that your staff is doing what they're supposed to do, but you will never have to clean a bathroom. You will never have to cut grass. You will never have to use a weed eater. You will never have to use that pressure washer. You will never have to roll up your sleeves. And they'll tell you these things and be telling you a bold lie. And I am a living witness of that. And it's is somewhat of a paralyzing position when you think about all of the expenses that you have and how hard it is to get another job. You can't. Most people can't get a good job like that. They don't pass out good jobs like it is, like it's M&M candy. So in that situation, you your back is against the wall. They um call you the director of environmental resources or something like that, and next thing you know, they have you scraping gum off the bottom of a desk and cleaning graffiti off of a wall. But everything in that job description was administrative. Administrative this, administrative that. All right. So here's my next one. Beautiful job titles. Beautiful job titles and ugly paychecks don't mix. A beautiful job title and an ugly job description doesn't mix. An ugly job duties, it doesn't mix. And I have always been that guy. I've been the guy who has landed jobs that came with beautiful job titles, and everybody on the outside looking in, when I tell them what I do or what I did for a living, I mean, they think that I was living in the Taj Mahal and eating caviar every day. But I've always had positions like that, and please don't let some beautiful job title mislead you into taking a position that is not in your best interest. I mean, when you go to college or you have made it to a certain level within your career, you don't want to be doing bottom of the barrel job duties. You don't want to be doing the job duties of a person that probably should be in a work release program, if you know what I mean. I have, in the name of beautiful job titles, man, some of my worst moments were on jobs that gave me these amazing administrative or managerial job titles. For my last red flag, whenever you are at the actual interview and it seems like nobody on the panel is familiar with your resume. If they are reading and looking at your resume for the first time, and I mean, if no single person, I can understand if you had some people just filling in, but when you realize that no single person there has ever glanced at your resume prior to you coming in for that interview, that is a red flag. Now, you know that sometimes it might just be the hiring manager who has seen your resume, but you would think that if you're going to interview a person that is a serious candidate that you're considering for a position, you would think that you would do your homework and at least know something about that person. And I've been in interview with really one interview where they already had who they wanted for the position lined up, and that's going to be another video. But they were lighting up. I could see it in their facial expressions when they read through my resume during the interview. I could tell that was their first time ever even hearing about me. Just some of the questions they were asking. They were asking questions as if they had never heard a single thing about me ever. They were using my resume as a script almost for them to ask some of the questions. I mean, the environment, it was a peaceful or happy, joyous interview, but yet and still just looking at the responses that I was getting and the questions that I was getting, it was like, wow, these people are just hearing about me. They never uh, seen my resume. They didn't know what college I attended. They didn't know my previous employers. They didn't know any of that. So that tells me that whenever it's like that, I'm not, well, in that particular instance they were that way because in government positions, a lot of times they already have a person who is already working there, who was pretty much hired before the job was ever posted. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you can expect many more at the Logical Workplace. Thank you.